Yeah, man.
Peace, 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 and more peace. What's going on, people? Hey, peace and love out to you wherever you are. Thank you for tuning in. We are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast. We're back for episode number 6. And again, today we have a special guest with us. Cannot wait to introduce him. Let him break down some Forex trading for us. We're on episode 6. I'm LaRue, joined with the Hot Mango Seed crew. To my left, the international botanist, Rob Raider.
What up, world?
To my right, the VI Massive, Soldier Bless.
Yo, 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 Soldier Bless, never stress, a.k.a. Mr. Fibonacci. You get here first.
Let's go. Hey, the beat you're hearing and the super producer, Henny Skywalker.
36 years ago, Who Framed Roger Rabbit dropped. Yes.
Hey, and the king of all kings, King T.
You already know what time it is. Have no fear. The king is here.
Yes, yes. And today we have our peoples with us, man. DJ Mobb, a.k.a. the Pip Dealer, man, a.k.a.
Mr.
Good.
Fibonacci. He's
Yes.
Mr. Fibonacci. I
Can
was
we make some noise for Mobb? Mobb back with us.
Mobb in the building, man. Seriously.
What's going on, people?
Yes,
Back
sir.
with us again.
Yep. Welcome. Thank
Yeah. So, man, it's been an eventful week. We just went through Juneteenth, right?
Yep.
Just had Juneteenth, Soldier Bless, and shout out to Nisi D. They came and
Yes, sir.
we're part of the festivities at Full Sail, right?
Yes, sir. We get to speak to the students for the BSU at Full Sail University. You know what I mean? Shout out to Professor Jenkins. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. It was a real good time. Shout out to all the students, everyone that came. It was a really, really, really great event.
That's awesome.
It was definitely dope. The Full Sail's Black Student Union is, honestly, such a blessing to the school. And their events that they throw normally wind up bringing more people out than the other organizations that they have. They have a lot of good clubs and organizations out there, but the BSU really puts in work for proper representation of our people.
Shout out BSU.
Seriously, for real.
Yeah, I definitely would be part of BSU, man. I don't remember it being there when I went to Full Sail.
It probably wasn't.
Yeah, because I was going to say I would have definitely been a part. But also Kendrick Lamar, right? We got to see him on Amazon Prime.
I didn't know it was on
Pop
Amazon.
out.
I missed it. Yeah.
Man, so he did, if you have to know by now,
Saw the
but
clips.
Kendrick Lamar, had a Juneteenth, and I'm going to call it an annual festival, like, Ken and Friends, what was it called?
The pop out.
Yeah,
The
the Kendrick
pop
and
out.
Friends,
Pop
yeah.
out.
So
Friends
he
pop.
does a live show out in LA, and they live stream it on Amazon Prime. Did you see it?
I haven't seen it, but I heard about it.
So yeah, he does it, and it's just like I happened to be on TikTok, and I was scrolling through, and then I'm like, oh snap, people are showing this. And I didn't know at the time that you can watch it on Amazon Prime. I have Amazon, but I'm watching their live stream, and then I'm like, I wonder if it's on YouTube. So I go to YouTube and I start watching, and sure enough, he does a song with Dre, and then he has Dre come out, and he says, he goes, hey Dre, don't you got one more thing to say? And then he goes, shh, I see dead people.
That set it off.
Like, oh my!
I think he did that
What
song
did
like
they
5
say?
times.
They said 10.
No, he
They
did
said
it
10.
5 times. I watched it live. I watched it live
1,000 times.
So the first time, so for y'all that don't know, the first time he did it right, Dr. Dre said, I see dead people.
Yeah.
Da-na-na, and it comes on. He kills it, and he stops at A minor, and the whole crowd is yelling it.
A minor.
Yeah,
A
that
minor.
was rough.
They held it
A
too.
minor
They
everywhere.
yelled it.
They held it for a minute.
A minor.
They held it for a minute.
Yeah, he talks to
A minor. That's wild. That's
he
wild.
talks to the crowd again a little bit, says, let's do it again. Does it again, stops at A minor, and the crowd is going crazy.
That's absolutely insane.
Does it a third time. This time I think he goes through most of it, if not all of it. Does it a 4th time, and then like the 5th time, he just starts bringing everybody on the stage. And it's so dope because if you know the West Coast, man, like the gangs out on the West, like, and they're
Bloods, Crips,
all on the
everything.
stage, like it's
Yeah.
wild.
That was
wild.
unity.
Hugging
I
and-
saw
Russell Westbrook
Snoop
was there.
Dogg.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg put up giving him Kendrick the respect and saying he's the king of the West.
The
'Cause
new
only
king of the
only a
West
king
for
can do something like that.
Man.
Real talk. Only a real leader can pull the people from those situations that are rivals with each other
On the
to have
stage.
them on the same stage dancing with, like, man,
Same
real
building.
talk,
Dancing
like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
respect to Kendrick Lamar for that. Like, I don't care about none of the glory and all that stuff and who's
Right.
famous. That man did something that some of our peacemakers can't do.
And then
You know what I
also
mean?
the him dressing like Pac, kinda. They was doing the pictures
Yeah.
the side by side when he was on stage dressing in red with the jeans and the shoes and all that.
Yeah, they were comparing that
see
to Pac, but I also saw where they showed where he did where Drake had done the same thing.
Really?
And he did some weird kind of dance, and Kendrick did the same weird dance, almost like mimicking Drake.
Wow.
So, but
with
that was
that
Alone,
outfit
yeah.
on, red, same outfit and everything on. Yeah, so
So
it had
it
a
must-
double meaning.
Just, yeah.
it must have been that A minor part because he was doing this weird dance. He kept
Yeah,
stopping
yeah, it looked like he was Matrix style going on. Yeah.
Wow. Well, then
Diabolical.
entertainment for the wall. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Y'all know that was the for Amazon the most streamed, most viewed and streamed
a record.
live show that
Live
they've
event?
done
Wow.
on Amazon.
What?
Yeah,
That's
it
big.
broke the record for him.
And how much dudes he had on stage, I could believe it. B.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, all kind of people on there.
West Coast on stage.
Mustard, Dre, Westbrook.
Braun was there.
Westbrook.
Yeah,
The Beard was there. Harden was there. I saw it.
yeah, there's a lot of people.
Kanye sent his representative with West, his daughter. What's her name?
North,
North.
yeah.
North was
Northwest.
there?
Yeah, she was there representing for Kanye because he couldn't be there.
Wow.
Yeah, another. I mean, so yeah, it has been an eventful week, but there's something we
Yeah.
can't forget.
Oh Lord.
No.
Oh yeah.
Lord.
I feel like there's so much amnesia in the world now. There was everybody all of a sudden like just skipped past basketball. Jay, they skipped past basketball. They was like, so man, like.
What about the weather anyway?
There
Y'all
was
been
like
seeing it?
80 days till football, and I'm like, wait a minute, man. The Celtics just won the. For y'all that don't know, the Boston Celtics are the 2024 NBA champions. Shout out to my Boston Celtics.
Kudos.
They now hang, and they're the top winning franchise in the NBA with 18 NBA titles. So they have a banner. They just did the Lakers. So I just want to take this moment. I know we're not big basketball fans,
No, I'm a big
especially now,
basketball fan.
because now,
Congratulations.
I mean, they slide right past basketball. They just. Isn't it hockey season? Like, wait a minute, man. We're not gonna just slide by.
It's your time to celebrate. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
hey,
go
listen,
ahead and celebrate.
congratulations to the
Can't
Celtics
step on
for
it.
real. All joke aside, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm playing,
Yeah.
but
They really is a dope
They did
team.
this thing this year. They represented.
I'll give them that. The Clippers coming back next year. They'll come on Kawhi. You know what I mean? Get back right. You know what I mean? Massage that elbow, wherever it is that break up. And we coming back. We coming back for sure. You know what I mean? I see you cut the braids off. That means the tension off your brain and all that there. It's right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, be Clippers to next year.
yeah, it's a long.
I don't know, man. Need some time, though, man.
That Kawhi Leonard, man.
Yeah, she needs something, right? Yeah, Ritalin.
Need some time.
So man, I just want to stop and say thank you to everybody right now who's tuned in, who's listening, who's supporting us. You know, if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. We're on all these different Twitter as well, or X. You follow us. We're going to continuously put out this content, and we appreciate your love. We are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast. We peel back the layers and we drill down to the seed on everything relating to entrepreneurship, the cryptocurrency market, the housing market, gaming, trading, as well as relationships, music, and more. So, yeah, long-winded.
For the culture, basically.
I'm in
For
that. and
the
more
culture.
section.
Yeah.
Deep.
And so for those of you who are probably new to us or just catching on to who we are, so we all live in the city, beautiful Orlando, Florida. I believe Henny Skywalker is the only Florida native here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so she's the native.
West
but-
Orange County.
Yeah, sorry, I just skipped on past it. Shout it out.
Oh, I already did. West Orange County.
West Orange
I
County.
know where we at.
Yeah, so she's the one native, and the rest of us have been here long enough, right, to be considered Floridians.
Transplants
Yes.
still.
We've
Right.
been here long enough.
Yeah,
We are embedded in the
Transplants,
system.
yeah.
Yeah.
Transplant.
Seriously.
we are. And so living here, there's many interesting things that happen, right? And you, when you're here long enough, there's 3 things you know for certain. And that's that it's hot.
For sure.
Hey. So you know that it's hot.
You know?
You know that there's going to be gators, sharks, boars, snakes, bears, jaguars, panthers, water bugs, love bugs, lizards, iguanas, manatees, flamingos, birds, turtles, armadillos, rabbits, and there's hurricanes.
Just naming all the wildlife.
Yeah, you know? You sound like a mini Australia.
Flamingos.
But the stuff in the
You
backyard.
see that list?
Ain't nowhere close to Australia, babe.
Just
Yeah,
a
right.
mini.
Mini.
Like
Yeah,
just a
mini
corner of
stuff in your
Australia.
backyard.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but as fascinating as this place is, you know, once you live here, you start to love it. I love Florida. I just want
Me
to,
too.
you know,
It's a cool
say it.
spot.
I love being here in Florida, but that's where we are. So now, speaking of hurricanes, you know, us that are out here in the Sunshine State and all of the surrounding regions that are around the Gulf and the Atlantic are experiencing what's now called hurricane season. And this goes on from June 1st through November 30th. And during this time, we experience activity due to a couple of factors, and these are warm sea level temperatures, atmospheric conditions, tropical waves. Hey, you gotta give me props.
Hey, when he had first arrived, he didn't know nothing as a
Right.
Seattle. Yeah, I mean from over there in the West Coast in Seattle, he didn't know not a one thing about a hurricane.
Yeah,
Now
LaRue
this
was
man-
shook, yo. He was, as soon as I mentioned a hurricane, he was
Yo.
flying back to Seattle every time.
Now this man is Kevin Bacon friggin'
Like,
doing meteorology.
keeping it 100, right? I'm reading right now, but I'm understanding the
Yeah,
information.
yeah. I
It's like these, so it's like sea levels are warm, and so what I'm getting to is like the NAOO, the
NOAA.
yeah, the National Oceanic
Association.
Association Administration. Man, give me a go.
That was a mouthful.
I had to guide you to it, but we
No.
got there.
I'm
eventually.
playing. But no, what they're predicting though is a higher than normal activity, right? And
Yeah.
no activity, hurricane season
Every year.
this year. They do say it every year, but they're saying
because
this
it gets
year-
hotter and hotter every year.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Every
Yeah.
year it's going to get hotter and colder at the same time.
So look, I didn't gain a little bit of confidence, like he's saying. I was scared before. I'll stay for like a cat 3 and then I'm out. But how should I feel? How should me or somebody else who's not used to hurricanes feel when they see that they're predicting a higher than average forecasted hurricane season?
I think where you are should determine how you feel.
Okay.
If you're in Central Florida, like where we're at,
Yeah.
you know, the chances of everything getting destroyed aren't very high because you look how long, you know, over the years, how many hurricanes have made it this way. By the time it gets towards the middle of the state, is lost a lot of its power. However,
Yeah, okay.
if you're on the outskirts, if you're around the coastline of Florida, you got a lot to worry about because, you know, they get hit hard.
It seems like
Hard.
the coast. It seems
Yeah.
like the coast, like that's where it's gonna be bad. But like I be asking Bless all kind of crazy questions. Like, so if a category 10 came and hit us, you mean to tell me
that's
we're
death.
gonna be okay?
That's instant
Nah,
death.
man, we go up to 5.
I mean, that's instant death. Like, if it's 10, if we get to 10, it's instant
Take your
death.
orders to pray.
There's no point in running.
Category 10?
A
Yeah.
10? What if it's like,
I'm just going to sit there.
but can I survive in his situation?
Yeah, in another state.
Probably not.
Yeah. Another universe.
You get category,
That's wild.
10
Right.
in Florida, you're gone. You should
Yeah.
have been up in Georgia by that time.
Yeah. Now, are you
Yeah.
from you? How long have you lived in?
Since 2000. Well, I went to college down here in '86, but I left, so I came back in 2000. So I've been down here since 2000.
Now, what's the worst hurricane you faced? Because you're
When
from up north.
Charlie and whatchamacallit came up the middle.
Francis.
Yeah.
And they
Oh.
were back to back, and we was out power
Yeah.
like for 3-4 days.
Oh, yeah, I
Some
got
people
back
it
to
was
back.
weeks.
Oh, wow.
Weeks.
But then another one that came, it was very rainy. So there were some places in Sanford, some places that got flooded.
That was
Yeah.
I remember
Francis.
near downtown and over near I want to say East West, they got flooded out there.
No,
I
yeah,
mean,
I
flooded for days. There was some parts downtown was closed,
Yeah.
you know, because they have bad drainage.
Yeah.
You know,
She
so we
was
gotta watch out
also,
for that too.
The levees weren't working.
Slow
It may not be
mover
the my wind stuff. It's just drained water. A lot of places around here don't have good drainage.
at all.
Flood out.
So like that does it not worry y'all? Like when you see
I mean,
Not-
yeah, a little
It's
bit.
crazy
I
here.
mean, I always say, and T said you shouldn't really worry in the middle, but you should, because a lot of people do stuff last minute. Like right now, we haven't had a hurricane. You should have at least 3 cases of water in your pantry right now. You should have that right now. If you don't have that right now, you are not prepared.
I'm not
Yeah.
prepared.
Good
I
point,
still don't
good point.
understand why Florida hasn't built a system to where everything's more protected.
They do.
No. Because every
No.
time the storm
We're-
hits,
we're not where
Transformers
we
is
live.
blowing up everywhere.
Not where we live, but these new neighborhoods are built
Yeah,
for that.
new neighborhoods.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying for
Yeah.
as long as Florida's been here,
Not where the minorities live.
like just now.
Things are developed.
Yeah,
Some
that's-
places that have good drainage, and some don't. I mean, there was
Yeah.
like weeks where you couldn't drive down some streets in New
Right.
Orleans because there was bad weather. It was
Yeah.
the drainage was full.
Yeah.
You know, they had to wait a week. Plus, places that have lakes, the lakes flooded.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't even go see my mom. She lives out near Lake Nona. 2 lakes on the side were flooded.
Flooded.
I
Yeah.
couldn't see for 2
So the
weeks.
water basically couldn't go
No one
nowhere.
could get in and out.
And that's the thing,
Yeah.
living in Central Florida, you don't realize how much lakes we surrounded.
It's
by.
a lot.
Like when
Everywhere.
you fly
Yeah.
over aerial view, you see just how much lakes it is. So flooding,
Yeah.
and if you're in a prone or low-lying area, you could definitely get flooded out. Like I've seen the streets,
Yeah.
so it's like past your tire.
Boats.
And,
You know what
and
I'm
Florida,
saying?
Florida
Boats.
is
They
a
have
swamp,
boats stuff.
basically.
Yeah,
All
they
of
have
Florida
boats
is a
running
swamp.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, you recognize them streets when the storm comes, and that's like where the whole street is flooded, and you can't go. Like, yep, that's the lake right there. I get it. Damn.
When we lived in that apartment, the bridge.
Yeah.
Remember we
I
got
remember
stuck
that.
for like 2 days because the
Yeah.
bridge collapsed.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I remember that.
But yeah, man. So anybody who is in the the Atlantic Gulf area, just make sure keep an eye on the news. The weather, not the news, the weather. Just knowing that it's going to be busier than normal. But we're not a weather show. We're a show that's here to empower you to encourage you to pursue entrepreneurship. And today, man, we're really excited because we have somebody who has really done his due diligence, his homework, his drive, his grind to really start to benefit from Forex trading. And he's back for the second time. J Mobb was on the Hot Mango C podcast in season 1. He was actually close to one of our last episodes of season 1, but we got such a great response, and he's gifted, he's talented. He's DJ J Mobb, aka the Pip Dealer. So
Appreciate that, brothers.
That's it.
yeah, welcome back, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Good to be back here, brothers.
Yeah.
It's just-
I just want to start off by saying, like, every time I think about trading and being successful with things like day trading and on the Forex, I always think instantly to J Mobb. You know what I mean? Like,
Appreciate that, brother.
immediately to the Pip Dealer, because let me tell you, you really are all about inspiring people to have a path for financial freedom, and that's something I always truly respect, that you're willing to share your knowledge and not only keep it within. A lot of people like to keep knowledge that they attain to themselves because they feel like that could push them up, but when you share it out, you could inspire a whole group of people to move forward and move up. You know what I mean? So I really, really love that about what you do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then on top of that, we know J Mobb from way back.
Way back.
Way back when Conscious Mind was in the beginning days of becoming a record label. And he's helped so many people in the music scene that we know for, what you're saying is sincere and real. And like, he's not only helping the music scene through his DJing for so many of us, from the parties to the events that we've thrown. But on top of that, he's teaching people how to make the same money he's making. This dude is just, he's building community constantly. So it's a wonderful thing to have you here, brother.
That's
Appreciate
it.
it, brother.
Multifaceted, a multifaceted man right there.
And so today, since we have you, we definitely talk on the side. Today you have some slides, right? Something you're gonna show some visuals.
Charge, yeah.
Okay. So just where you want to take us? The floor is yours. You know how
I think when it comes to Forex, people don't really know what it is.
Exactly.
It's foreign because it wasn't available for us. Or what I mean by us, minorities, whatnot.
Yeah.
So when you think of the New York trade markets, you don't see us on there. Recently in the last 20 years, that platform has been made to us. So people are getting paid on it. They're doing generational wealth. There's people 19, 20 years old that are making $100,000 a month trading.
It's amazing.
I haven't done that, but I'm working my way onto that. 9 to 5 working, we always was taught we had to work 50 years and then retire, right? And then you enjoy life. That doesn't work anymore. You can be an entrepreneur, you can trade, you can make money off it. You can make generational wealth. I always hear my mom talk about how poor she was when she was, younger.
Right.
So we come along, you got to make it better for the next person. You got to pay it forward. So the biggest thing with me is wanting to show people how to do this. So it took me 5 years to learn it, and now I'm able to do things. Before, like I said, I worked with you guys music-wise. I was struggling out there. I couldn't do this, couldn't do that. I'm born in New York, but I wasn't part of those crews. KRS-One overall. So if you call KRS-One, I want 5 Gs. I want this. You want these. Like, man, how am I going to pay this feature?
Yeah.
And I'm working on a 5. I got my bills to pay. So I'm going to be DJing here little-wise. I ask for money, ask for this guy. No one's helping you out. So I'm like, okay, there's got to be something I got to do. I got to do something. What I'm going to do. So I said, let me get this Forex thing going on.
That's fine.
So let me find out what's going on here, And more I go in there, get a mentor, you lose money, you win money, whatever else. But I got to the point now, I was like, wow, I know what? I don't have to depend on nobody else to do what I want to do. Like I did a little album last year. I spent stupid money on promotions. I couldn't even get that if I was pulling on my own pocket.
Right.
So now I can trade. On a normal day, you can make 5 Gs. You can make $500, depending on what you want to make. You can make $10,000 a day. You can make $20,000 a week. That could buy Rakim, whoever else, so you can do it yourself.
Fire.
So this has fueled me to help other people do it, because I know a whole bunch of other artists. It pays. You got to pay to play. You got to get mixes, you guys know all that.
Yeah.
I'm not going in there and doing it for free, Yep. So everyone has a payment. Everyone's got their hand out. But they wouldn't pay me, but everyone got the handouts. So, if I do a project, I got to put it out. I got to do all the marketing, all this stuff. So I put an ad. I don't know if you saw, but I ran an ad when I was in New York. But I had it run down here on that billboard. So I went down to, I think it was SeaWorld, whatever else, and I showed that. And that's like, I had distribution, I did this. So I had that 4 songs, 2 songs went well. But I had to put that money out. It had to come from someplace, right? It had to come somewhere. So where did it come from? It doesn't come from your pocket. So you have to have good days in trading. You're not going to win every trade.
Right.
That's the fathom. You got the 90% of the people that fail trading.
And now you're trading currency.
Currency, right? Foreign currency, right?
Now, what currencies are you?
Like, so for example, if we all, like, say we wrap up here, right, and we want to fly to Japan, you're not going to spend $1. Sometimes you can, but you want to be mindful of the currency. So the Japanese yen. So if you go overseas to Japan, you're going to take $1,000, whatever else, USD money, right? USD dollar, and convert it over to yen. So you can pay their bills in yen, not US dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what Forex currency is all about. It's changing currency from one currency to another. So USD to JPY. JPY is Japanese yen, and we can trade that. So the Forex markets, the platforms are allowing us to do that. So you understand that, and then you can kind of go from there. So you can get a broker account, like put $200 in a broker account, and you can trade that and build that money up over a period of time, whether it's low risk or high risk. It's like going to live for Las Vegas. I'm going to go in there and shoot craps, or I'm going to just go in there and carefully, once you get $200, you stop trading or stop gambling. So you have that part of it.
So my question is, how do you decide which currency pairs to trade?
I go with high volatility, and what I mean by that is, like in the market, when you look at the market, right? When you look at the candles in the market, the Asian market is very slow because it's not much money being pumped into the market. The New York market and London markets, where like the London banks, so J.P. Morgan's, Bank of America, these people put in trillions of dollars in the market. Stocks, 930 stocks, that bell open up, you saw NASDAQ, ding, 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 ding. That's when all that money starts flowing. Yeah. So from 930 to 1130 is when all the volatilities are. So that's what you want to be. You want to get in there. You want to basically get in there and trade on that type of market. Now, you might be a day trader that wants to trade at night from London, but remember, London's 5 hours ahead. Yeah. So the London banks open up at 8 o'clock. So once 8 o'clock rolls around up there, over there, then all the volatility on that side of the world gets put in.
So quick question for those that don't understand. When you say volatility, what exactly are you talking about?
She moving.
She moving. She moving. So it's like you might have a Pacer, 1969 Pacer, and it's going to go against, you're going to race that against a Mustang 5.0. Who's going to win?
Oh, the 5.0.
Right, because it's going to jump out of the box like zoom. and it's going to continue to go that way.
Yeah.
Well, the pacer is like a turtle, right? It's going to go slow versus whatever else. So volatility is the market moving. It's all that money put in there.
So selling and buying.
Selling and buying, right? There's a lot of people.
How much of it's happening?
Right. So if Bank of America drops $16 trillion in there, that market between 9:30 and 11, that's where we want to be, because at that time the money's in there. But after lunch, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, it slows down. Slowing down means that they're not putting a lot of money in there.
So question, is that in the same realm of live trading?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So now
Yes.
that doesn't like you wouldn't go after something that moves like super volatile, like
If you're learning, if you're a learner, if you're a brand newbie, then you're gonna take a pair that's moved slow,
Like gold.
so you can learn it.
or like the pound, right? Or
GBP is kind of volatile. I would say like you or USD or the USD Canadian dollar.
Yeah.
That's slow.
okay,
That's slow.
but you wouldn't go after. I don't know what money is in Pakistan.
There was like Ruby. or
Well, Ruby, yeah. No. I mean,
like you wouldn't trade the ruby.
no, I
Like,
wouldn't, because
know
you got to
that-
understand how they move. So it's like driving a car. If you're gonna drive the Pacer versus the Mustang, you got to know how it moves.
Yeah.
You're not going to jump in the Pacer and then expect it to go. You're not going to jump in the Mustang and expect it to go. You have to know how it runs, how it works. So each market, you got to know when to trade it, how to trade it, and then where it's going to go. As far as your predictions when you have your charts by that.
So just like how you said, with Europe's ahead a certain amount of hours. So over here, you'll be up at that certain time,
Right.
trading on at their market. So like
Right.
2, 3 o'clock in the morning,
Right.
you're just up right at the time they're volatile.
Right.
You're just in and out, in and out, in and out.
It depends on your schedule. So your schedule, you might have a family, and you might not be able to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So you have your sons and daughters off to school. So then you have the 8 to 10 spot you might trade, or you might be working full time. There's full time traders that work. They can't look at the charts on New York or London. So they got to come home after 5 o'clock, take care of the family, and they have a little window from 5 to 8. Wife is doing whatever else. They can trade from 5 to 8, and that's Asian session. So then you work on that. So
because there's 3 markets.
right, 2 markets: Asians, New York,
So
and London.
when you do all of that, and you say like for the people watching that just starting out, how do you manage risk when you're doing this?
Risk is
Great question.
Risk is based on each person. So if I come to you and tell you that here's $10, there's a possibility you can make 100. Are you going to go with me? Me, I'm already there with you. I'm right there with you. So if I say, okay, well, that same mentality is 10 to 100. Okay, that's 1 to 10. That's a 1 to 10 ratio of winning. That's very good. So if I come back and give you $1,000, are you willing to go with me for 1,000, 10,000? You might be, I don't know about that. Jay, I did 10 to 100. I was cool with that. Okay, it was $100. We're going to 1,000. You ready? Are you with me? $100. If you didn't pay your rent and everything else, you might be kind of leery of that. So risking your money for that reason, it might be that point.
Okay.
So everybody has a different risk tolerance. That's why I say it's per risk, your risk. My risk might be different than T's, might be different than LaRue's, might handle whatever else. You know what I'm saying?
Because I risk it all. Oh.
I think a good rule of thumb, what they say is never put in something that you're not willing to
Right,
lose.
right, exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So,
Exactly.
because once you put it in, there's no guarantee that you're going to get it back out, such as with like cryptocurrency as well.
yeah,
You
that's
know what
a
I mean?
huge guarantee. You might
Yeah.
not get it
Exactly.
back.
Exactly.
So tell us, give us the lowdown. How much you come? No, don't tell us exactly how much. But like, what's lately? Lately, you know how people.
What's your
think.
biggest pot? What's the most
What
you
I'm doing
made?
what I'm doing now is taking
Sorry.
$500 and flipping it to $20,000 within 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay.
Then I take that money out
Wow.
and I put it in a different account. I'll take $100 and flip that to $2,000 because I don't want to keep money in the broker, because I've had issues where brokers have gone down. Now I deal with some unregulated brokers, and you deal with regulated brokers. But sometimes you deal with unregulated, you can do a lot of things because unregulated. But once they fold, you can't sue them because they're unregulated. You knew the risk going in. But then you have regulated brokers that's not going to go, like Fidelity, Schwab. But then there's some things I can't do with them that I can on an unregulated broker. Kind of like bootleg versus non-bootleg. You know what I'm saying?
Do you use Fidelity and Schwab? Which one is
I
your
use Fidelity.
main one?
I have 7
I
brokers.
love Fidelity.
What's
But-
the one you probably use more than the rest?
All 7 I use equally.
Okay.
So I can't tell you I use one more than the other, because each account that I have makes money in some kind of way. So it's almost like managing different accounts.
But every broker is like when you're trying to withdraw, it takes out a certain percentage.
They do, right?
Yes.
And sometimes they have rules. And if you're doing some weird things on the account, they could question that. So you have to have everything. You have to have your T's crossed and your I's dotted.
Yeah.
When you're doing that. So if I go to a broker and say I want to take out 10 grand, okay, Mr. Noon, you got to fill it. You got to prove who you are, do all that. You wait a couple of days. Once they verify you, then they'll put it. They're not going, "Hey, Mr. Thomas, $10,000. Here you go." Like, no, you got to verify. We got to go back and verify these trades. Make sure these trades are legit.
They're legit.
Yeah, wow.
They ain't gonna just hand it to you.
They're not gonna hand you the money like that.
Yeah.
So that's part of the process. But then I've gone through and refined that process. So everything I'm doing now is legit. So if I take a trade, I show them exactly how I took it, why I took it, when I took it, and kind of go from there. And they look at that, and I shoot them a little video showing them that. And they'll review that, and I've had nothing denied since I've done that.
That's amazing. Hey, man, and congratulations to you.
Appreciate that, brother.
man.
Because we really got to watch you grow, you know what I mean, and blossom. And I know you were saying that you had a couple of examples you wanted to kind of share, right, with the slides you wanted to look at those.
I have a couple of slides that I sent.
Okay.
I don't know how he's going to work those.
It'll be pulled up on
Okay.
the screen. So you got the first one.
Okay. Was it the XAU USD, the gold one?
If I can look at it on
Oh,
there.
yeah, you
I
can.
don't know if you can see that.
It'll pull up in a few seconds on your phone.
Okay. Okay.
There we go. First
Oh, okay. That's BTC.
Ain't not
Is that-
like
That's
black.
BTC. Okay. Go to BTC.
Yeah, I can switch to whatever one you'd like.
Can you bring up the gold one? The XAU USD? And again, that's gold versus dollar. And
Okay.
gold is a safe haven right now. So I don't know if you've noticed that gold has been up to 2370.
Yeah.
Because it's a safe haven because of what's going on in the world. So people are putting their money in gold because it's a safe place.
Yeah,
Safe
it always
haven.
it always has
Store
been. Yeah, precious metals
Right.
with it, gold and silver is always a good thing to trade off of because it's always
Right.
solid.
Commodities, right. Like oil.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what you want to trade in.
All right, I've got it up on the screen for you with the gold chart.
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So what you'll notice is that let's see. Do you guys see where you'll see a bunch of red candles going down? There should
Yeah,
be where
it went-
there's a sell signal there. Do you see that?
Yeah, it went red completely at one
Right.
point.
So I caught this trade here. So this trade was about 8 o'clock in the morning, about 7 o'clock in the morning. That's saying when gold moves. So again, you have to understand when these assets move. So gold moves in the market between 8 and 11. So if you look at this chart here, you see that I use there's what I call indicators. Yes, sir.
And hold on, what is 8 and 11? Like
8 a.m., 11 a.m. Eastern
Oh,
time.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
good point. Yeah, 8 in the morning. So basically, what happened was that I'll get up around 6 to prepare my day. Get coffee, get your mental state right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'll look at the charts, and I'll go look to the left and see what the market did in London, and then I'll mark it up, and then I prepare myself to see where it's going to go. This market sold in New York, and based on what I had here, I said, okay, well, I had certain what I call key levels. So if the market hits this key level and it doesn't break it, then it's going to continue to drop. And if you see on this chart here, it dropped. It's almost like hitting the ceiling. It kept trying to get out, popping up once, come back once again. And then once it hit that, what they call resistance, the ceiling, resistance, it couldn't do anymore. And then they dropped mad money at 8 o'clock, and it just flew down. And it flew down where it is right now. So currently the market open right now, and it's sold from Friday all the way till today when the market opened up, 5 o'clock. So that's where you can hold a trade from 8 to 2. So I held this trade from 8 to 2, and I cashed and I closed the trade out. Because after the weekend, you're holding trade over the weekend. I don't want to do that. I got my money when the volatility was there. So you see them big candles?
Yeah.
That's volatility. The smaller candles are nothing. That's like no money. When you see them large, what they call bank candles,
Yeah, the
that's
candles.
when you know that they pumping that money in there.
Okay.
That's what you want to be on.
That's why I want to let everybody know the red and the green candles, those lines that you see on the graph right there, those are candle wicks. And the green ones show upward trends and positive movement. The red is downward.
And what happens
And then
when they
that's-
go up? What's it called?
It's bull market.
Bull market,
No,
bearish.
no, it's a pip, right? You're going after pips.
That's
Yeah.
how it's measured. That's
Yeah,
how
the
that's
pips
what's
is the
measured. Right?
measurement.
It's a measurement of
Yeah.
how you do it. Yeah, the
But this
measurement.
whole thing is called
It's like a
technical.
unit.
This
Like a
whole thing
unit,
is
yeah.
called technical analysis right here. Like so what Mobb is mastered is the art of technical analysis, where you can read these charts and based on these wicks, whether it's the red, the green, and you could plot from its highs to the lows, and you could make your your technical analysis and use that as kind of like a gauge. Listen.
Yeah.
I'm multifaceted,
It's
you know.
amazing.
They think I simple.
I
So-
read that's like a whole other technical language you
So
understand.
on
now.
these, what you did was shorting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Shorting. Okay, so that's betting that it's going to go down.
Yes.
Okay.
Based on my analysis. So the fundamental analysis is the charts. The technical analysis of charts. The fundamental analysis like hurricanes and things like that.
Yeah.
Trump, whatever else. So that's news.
Right.
So you have to understand what news does. News moves the market
That's
also.
what they call hurricanes. That's what they call hurricanes.
We're no like if a hurricane hit.
Oh,
like,
okay.
it's
Then
gonna-
Like,
it's
for
going to affect
example-
the market.
Yeah.
For example,
But in a
let's
good way. I heard every
Let's say,
time hurricane
let's
hits.
say Louisiana has a hurricane, and the oil rigs have to shut down. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
What
Money
does that mean?
flows.
Yeah.
Like COVID, oil tanked in COVID. Why? Because no one's buying gas no more.
Yeah. It just sit.
It's tanked. So you saw gas around here for like lowest, like two something. It was low, almost like $2. You know, you never seen that before in a long time because of the way the markets were doing. You know, when the oil was doing COVID.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like that example.
Okay.
And so, like when looking at that chart, right? How well did you do there?
I jumped in. You can jump in late.
Okay.
You can jump in early, or you can have a sniper. So imagine you got a gun, right? And you're trying to shoot someone or target an animal 2,000 miles away, right?
Right.
What's going to happen? You shoot it, and the wind's going to carry all these different factors. You might catch it,
Yeah.
or the rabbit might go quick, and you might miss it. So it's like getting on a train. So when you go to the train station or the airplane, what are you doing? You running to the airport to get there, or to say you jump on the airplane 2 hours before it gets there,
Yeah.
so you can relax.
Yeah.
So I don't want to jump on the air. I don't want to jump down the ramp and the plane taking off.
I got
right.
you.
I want to be at the airport,
Camped out.
camped out. So when I can get myself in the trade, manage and go from there. But people lose trades because they get into it late. Because the trade's already moved on.
that's how I feel like if I was
entry
a
level.
trader, I would be like, "Ooh, it's moving. Let me," and then that's when
Too late.
Yeah,
Too late.
That's
You want to
not-
get in right there. You want to
Ground
get in.
floor.
You want to get in.
Hopefully ground
Right.
floor.
Ground floor, right, exactly.
And
That's
if you are
amazing.
really good at technical analysis, you could predict that. You could predict it based off the charts of how the flow and its trends that it did. So you could see current trends, and you could actually graph and gauge it based off of that, and actually make an educated guess. So these people make thousands of dollars every day. Every
That's
day.
amazing.
Yeah.
Show us more. Show you got more to show.
Well, I got a Bitcoin chart. I think that,
Bitcoin.
All my crypto.
Bitcoin. Oh, sorry, crypto.
It should say BTC USD, I think. That'd have been the
Thank
first
you
one.
right now too for everybody tuning in, rocking with us with the
Yes.
Hot Mango C podcast. Definitely appreciate you tuning in. Follow us on our social media, man. Follow J Mobb, aka the Pit Dealer. You know, you can find him on YouTube actually.
Yep.
Under the Pit Dealer, he has lots of different videos to where he's breaking down strategies, breaking down his terminologies.
Technical analysis.
He's a great
Yeah.
teacher. So yeah, appreciate you, brother.
So there was I appreciate that, brother.
Is there a way to distinguish this is the right one? Because you sent two that have different
Um,
US dollar on.
I have to check.
The one.
Is there a number I can just look at and confirm?
Let's see what it
So
shows.
one,
looking
two,
at
three.
Drew.
Might
Oh,
be
yeah, my own timeout.
number one, I think. If I
Is there
want.
a number on the chart that you can read real quick so I can verify it?
BTC USD.
I mean, there's two that say BTC.
It could be either one.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Is there a number on
30?
the chart? Just pick a number and tell me which one. I'll figure it out. 30? Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
I think.
We both have 30 on it.
Yeah, I think I might have sent you two of them by
Gotcha.
mistake.
All right, cool. We're good.
It's the charts.
There we go. Got it.
Welcome to the charts.
Welcome
Yes,
to the
sir.
charts.
Welcome to the charts.
I want to make sure I can see the.
There we go.
Okay, so you guys can see that. You guys know that Bitcoin went to 70,000. Right?
Yes,
You read
sir.
that? And then it's been dropping ever since. It's around, I think, 63,000.
Yeah.
So if you look at that drop right there, there's a drop. Let's say it happened on what was it? Last Thursday. Well, last Thursday this week, the 20th, and it dropped from there 7 in the morning all the way to where it is now. So if you were trading Bitcoin or you had Bitcoin, you could have sold that off for 2 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, because you can trade crypto on the weekends. So that could have been a 4-day trade you could have held. And trading Bitcoin, you can make some serious money, as you guys already know.
Yeah.
You can easily take $100 and flip it to 10 G's in 4 days.
Damn.
Knowing
do,
the
you,
markets.
do you prefer trading long most of the time or short? Because I hear you giving short examples.
Well, because the market's tanking.
Yeah, yeah. But
But I will do. I'll buy. Oh yeah. But now what happens is all this tanking is going on, setting it up, because 'Cause what goes up must come down. That type of situation.
Yeah.
So these things are going to turn around.
So what's the dude's name that wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad? What's
Robert
his name?
Kiyosaki.
Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
I just seen
It's
the
good being in debt. Pretty much him and the other guy. That's what they're.
the podcast. But I
good to be in
seen
that.
he made a prediction that Bitcoin was going to be worth is upwards of like 300,000 a share. Like he was saying that he could see a future of Bitcoin being this large number, right? Like when you're trading, does it matter those kind of things? I mean, because you're just looking at the activity, right?
I take those things in consideration.
Okay.
That's like when someone tells me, I think this asset's going to go to this level. So I'll go back and graph that level to see. Because if you look at Bitcoin, when it first came out, it had up and down. What it's doing right now, it did 2 years ago. You know, it was up to 60-something thousand. It tanked all the way down to 15,000.
Yeah.
Now it's up to 60-something thousand. It's going to continue. It's going to fluctuate a little bit depending on what's going on in the world. But at some point, it's going to go up again. It's just Bitcoin is a little bit more. Bitcoin is volatile, more volatile than the other ones.
Yeah.
So there's no. But Bitcoin does follow support resistance. It does follow Fibonacci. It does follow some theories that you can use to help you understand it. So on that graph that you saw, I have what I call indicators that help me try to see where the market's going to go. We don't know where it's going to go, but I can kind of give it an educated guess to see where it's going to go, and I just plan from there.
That's it.
That's so fire,
Yeah,
man.
man. That's it, man. Follow up with Pip Dealer. You know, his YouTube channel is going to be in the description box below. Make sure you check him out for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely trying to flip some cash.
So have you ever thought about writing a book?
I did. I know a lot of people are doing that now.
Yeah.
You should. The Pip Dealer.
I thought about that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I could see
yeah.
the title
Yeah.
already be and have the
I mean-
friggin' candle wicks on it.
Yeah, for real. Because
I
I just see it, right? If you were able, because I feel like, you know, I know you, like, just like Bless was saying, like, I speak of you highly to a lot of people. Whenever trading comes up, I say, man, I know a dude making a killing that, you know, went through it. And, like, I forgot what I was going to say.
Just know that. Let me tell you.
I
Look
totally
up Fibonacci. That's what. I
Oh,
think
no,
we
what I was
getting
going to say is, sorry.
to. No, you're good.
But yeah, keeping your name in that circle, and I know that there's a lot of people that trade, right, and then they end up fizzling off, right?
Yeah.
They fizzle off so fast.
Right.
So like if you wrote a book and you're able to communicate to people in a way that they can retain it, or at least to give them some real world examples, like, you know, I made this mistake, so you do this. Like I remember you teaching me and telling me, like, you need to keep a journal. You don't trade when you're not feeling well. You don't trade when you're frustrated. You don't trade when you're in a rush. You know that you're gonna have those moments, those wins, those losses. You know, but you have to continue to learn. If you can teach that, sensei.
A lot of his emotions. I think it's hard to teach someone emotions because you might have a parent that died and you might not cry. How do I teach you how to cry? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it is behavior. I can't change your behavior. If you're going in there and rock solid and spending all your money, how do I change that? So I heard what you're saying, but Forex, 10% of it is technical analysis. The other 90% is mental, heart.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if I come in here and say I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, right? Are you doing X, Y, and Z? To me, it's about consistency. To be a great trader, you have to have consistency. So if I'm trading when I'm upset, I'm trading when I'm mad, I'm trading when I'm not whatever, you know, I'm drunk, whatever, high, whatever, it's not gonna work because with trading it's a mental game.
Yeah.
Some of the gangsters that we know couldn't trade. The hardest cats on the streets couldn't trade because they can't control emotions.
Start shooting their
They start
computer.
shooting the computer. You know? Oh, you caught
no.
whatever. You know, so
They can't take
they can't. Oh, the losses.
Yeah.
The losses would kill you. There's some days where I threw my computer at the window,
Yeah,
cursing these. No, they're not. It's not them. It's you. You know. So I agree with you on that, but that's hard to do. So most of the people they fade. I know another girl. I said, why you stop trading? I gave up. You gave me all these great speeches, but I gave up. I said, why'd you give up? Because it was hard. Oh, it was hard. So that's your mental state.
Right.
Your mental state when it gets tough, you give up.
You quit. Yeah.
Quit. Right.
Which is with most things in life. If you stay consistent with it, eventually you're going to break through that barrier that you feel
I
that
quit.
you can't.
In 2020, I started 2018. 2020, I quit for 4 months. I stopped.
So even you quit.
I quit.
Wow.
But then I said, you know what? No. I went back in the saddle, and I said, let me refocus. Because every day, sometimes you got to refocus. You got to step back. Sometimes you got to reevaluate.
That's
Every
real.
week, I reevaluate. I had to once I leave here and go by trading, I'm going to reevaluate last week. You can't, I just know it all. This happened. No, you got to reevaluate because markets change.
Man, I changed too.
Right, you know?
You have to learn patience.
Oh, yeah.
And another thing with trading that a lot of people don't understand, if you're going to do this as a full-time thing, most people wind up losing in the very beginning times. And that's why a lot of them fizzle out, because they lose and then they're like, okay, it's too much risk going on.
Yeah.
But for those that, mitigate their risk and take their time with it, over time, you're going to start out probably losing, most of us. However, over time, you'll start picking up, okay, last time the markets did this is what happened the last 2 times. And then you start catching on to key things, key benchmarks as the charts go. So the key is getting past that lesson, because you're going to pay for that lesson. You're going to pay for the first year, you're probably going to pay. 2 years, you might pay. But eventually you stop touching the fire and start catching it as it's starting to move.
I think it's not a race, it's a marathon. So everyone's telling me, did you make this money?
Yeah.
Did you make this money? I said, no, I did not. Well, the guy over here, I'm not chasing the guy over here.
Exactly.
I'm myself. I'm not LaRue. I'm not Tom, whatever else. I'm not, whoever that might be. I'm not trying to become a millionaire. Eventually I will, but I'm not trying to rush to get $1 million. I could trade tonight on gold and blow all my 7 accounts.
Right.
Blow all 7 of them. I come next show, Jay, how did you blow 7 accounts? Man, I went for the gusto.
Yeah.
I went in to win.
I want to be a billionaire
Do you-
But I
tomorrow.
was managing it.
Do you use leverage?
Yes. Oh, yes, you have to.
use leverage? Okay.
Leverage, that's the hardest thing. Okay. Because if you don't leverage your accounts, you'll blow them. I've blown accounts. I can show you. I had like blown account. I'm like, man, like 5 blown accounts.
Yeah.
What did I learn from that? Don't do those. Don't do that simple thing you did.
Yeah.
Right. What did you do in count 1? Well, I was trading when I was sick. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I was trading when I was mad at my mother. Don't do that. I had when I lose 2 or 3 trades, I stopped trading. Forever. I stopped trading for that week. If I lose 3 trades in a row and they hurt, I stop. Because I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah. Gotta be
Right? Doing something, I go back and reevaluate, fix it, and then go from there. And if you win 10 trades in a row, you stop.
Well,
Stop.
this is the thing, man. Like, this conversation is so good. Hey,
It really is, because it's making me think on some other level. Yeah.
can you come back again?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay. I mean,
you're my piece, man. No
yeah,
problem.
because it's always hard, right, for us to even just scrape the surface of Forex trading.
Yep.
It's deep.
Our excitement, as well as I know that people who watch are very in tune to it, are very curious about it, and I think us having you on a couple more times would be perfect
Definitely.
to actually,
Definitely. Definitely.
show charts
Have to,
and So, man, we appreciate you so much. Like we do with every guest, there's a lightning round of questions. If you're ready,
Go. I'm here.
all right.
Ready.
So, in a fight to the death, who would win, Superman or Thanos with all the rings?
I gotta go with Superman.
Superman.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the greatest DJ of all time?
Cool Herc.
Cool Herc.
Shout out Cool Herc.
Which currency moves the most on average?
US 30 in gold and NAS 100, but US 30 in gold, NSC US 30 in gold, they move every day at 9:30, between 8 and 9 every day. You can make money every day between 8 and 9:30. You can lose money every day too.
Right.
You can make money. And the
Disclaimer.
beautiful thing about it is you take your job, 9 to 5, you find out how much you need, right? So you can work for 10 years, put away $50,000, and then try to trade. Because once you leave the 9 to 5 world, you left it,
Right.
right?
There's no point in coming
There's
back.
nobody giving you a check. The
Right.
checks are in here. You got to check yourself because you were doing that. So, that's the biggest thing. Once you leave 9 to 5 world and you're consistent, then you're on that side of the world
Yeah.
trading. You're different, you know what I'm saying?
Now, what was that currency again?
NAS 100 or
Now-
gold.
Or gold.
Yeah.
Got you. And then last question: how do you eat your mango?
I like it nice and raw.
Raw, how do you? What's your process of getting to the
Oh, I mean, eat it like a regular fruit. Cut it up, chop it up.
Yeah.
Go from there.
Use a knife?
Knife, yeah.
Wow. I know that's a tragedy.
Can't get my hands wet, man.
You know, like getting your hand wet. Sometimes when you doing it,
I get my feet wet.
Sometimes you just got dive in, hand, mouth,
I feel
everything.
you.
Just rip
I
off
feel
that
you.
skin.
Depending what mango you get. They can't do that with all mangoes, trust me.
What you need?
Not all
No,
mangoes.
I talking about mango on the tree.
When it's right.
Yeah, right.
But nah,
You eating unripe
But
mangoes?
still, some mangoes got some skin that's insanely tough. So.
Yeah, that's what you got to bite through it.
Rob got some crazy
Yeah,
mangoes.
you got them African teeth. Chewing through bones and all that.
African mangoes expert. So.
But yo, one more time, let's give it
You
up
know?
for J Mobb.
J
man.
Mobb,
Okay, the
J
Pit
Mobb,
Dealer.
thanks for coming, man.
You
Thanks
gotta
for
come back,
coming.
yo. Gotta come back.
Yeah, his information,
Great convo.
his contact information will be in the description. If you want to tell them one more time where they can find you.
They can find me on Twitter at RGN321, on Instagram at The Real J Mobb, and also on YouTube, The Pip Dealer.
Awesome, man. We appreciate you so much. Blessing us a second time with your appearance, and we love it. Third, fourth,
I appreciate you letting me have you on the show, brothers and sisters.
Yeah, because
Reoccurring guests.
there was a whole different topic I wanted to talk about, and I hope next time to talk about show promotion, putting on shows and events. I know all you brothers are tough into that game, so I think it would be.
Marijuana.
I'm just learning that, man. To be honest, you know that?
Show production. That's
Yeah.
gonna be a good one.
That's
'cause,
going to be a good one.
Yeah, so
I'm learning that because remember, where I came from was DJing, doing production.
yeah.
Now I'm into doing production. Now I'm into bringing shows. Now I'm into doing that. That's a whole different ball game.
Hustler.
Hustle. All different.
Yeah. So, man, we like to end our show, man. We do our spotlights shout out where we recognize someone that we see doing great things in our own special way. And we want to continue to, put their name out there while they're doing great things in the world. King T.
Yes,
it's on you.
yes. I want to shout out this brother, man. We've done events with him. He does all different types of music, from hip hop to, hitting the Latin music markets. His brother has his own show with Valencia College. He's created this comic book world that spans like probably 100+ books of comic books of characters that will match Marvel. And he's a friend of all of ours.
Don't tell me. I think I know it.
Carlos Quest.
Yep.
Capata.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Quest, yo. This brother has been putting in work. He put in so much work. He created his comic book series and sold my son a car. No, real talk, man. Like I've been checking out his books that he's been putting out. If you ever get a chance, look him up. But he is constantly putting out new material, man. I think honestly, if the right people get a hold of his comic book series that he's written, I can see that turning into some kind of shows being produced off of it. Yeah, real talk. So
Quest is
shout out
Like
to
the next
Quest,
Marvel.
man. Yeah, this dude is a jack of all trades, man, in entertainment in general. So
Is
big
that
ups.
the same guy we went to the radio show?
Yeah. We went to his
wow.
radio show. Yeah,
Okay.
yep.
All right.
That's
Yeah. Big shout out to you, Quest.
Quest.
Shout out.
Quest.
We support you. I wasn't even hip to that, so I'm gonna have to check out his books.
Yeah.
But we support you, and you always support us, man. We appreciate you so
talk.
much.
Yeah, he just started following us on Instagram like 2 days ago.
Oh man, love. Appreciate
Nice.
the love. And if you're listening or watching, make sure you follow us as well. We like to end with the jewel of the day. So today's jewel of the day is kindness is contagious. So did you know that one good morning, a smile, or even just acknowledging someone could change the whole trajectory of their day? When you're driving and you let somebody over, or you hold the door for the next person, or you just simply give someone a friendly compliment, you're spreading positive energy, and it's transferring from you to the next person, to the next person, and so on. So just imagine what our world would look like if we cared for others the way that we cared for ourselves. This week, I challenge you to lead with kindness and be the source that starts the love train. We are the Hot Mango Seed Podcast. Thank you so much. Until next time, peace, hair grease, fish grease, and love.
Love and blessings. Pow,
a
pow,
lot of
pow.
grease.
Did you?
Ring that bell. Follow us on YouTube. Ring that bell.
Please follow us.
I'm a...
Hey, man, listen.
Have a mango seed.
I gotta fix my face before I say good morning to somebody. You know what I mean?
I am vengeance, and I am a mango seed.
Never crazy. So.
Nah, for real. Like I'll go in the store and they be like, "Good morning."
Good morning.
Like
That's because